Okay, brilliant. So now what would they show say signing the work and creating an account the work, but we never implement the sign in here. However, we don't finish this register. So it will want to now na the sign inside, right? So quickly, like I explained before, we dey use the next auth for sign in. So I go say npm I next auth. So another thing what I dey like to do, right, na to make sure say I get my documentation. So make I say next auth. So once I hit that, it take me to this next auth. Of course, now this get started now suppose you wan click. Okay, so this one don install. So wetin we go quickly do na say okay, make we come to our app, right? So inside this our app, make we go to API. So inside the API, we'll create a file called auth. Then inside that auth file, we'll create another file or we'll spread the next auth, right? Aha. So now make I close this registration, close this. So now here we wan focus on now. So inside there, the first thing we go create now a route, right, .ts. Now wetin go dey inside this route.ts. If you come inside here, you come to configuration and initialization. See wetin we wan put there. I fit write am but I dey show now how to go about am. So you come here, you just paste. But we go just change few things. So the first one wey I go change and say I will make sure say here now options. Then okay, we don already import that. Now these options, make we go create them. So we'll come here, we will say options.ts, right? So I will say export const option which go dey equals to an object. So inside the object, we will put different provider. Since we dey work with email and password, the provider we go use na credentials. So if we come inside provider, we come to credential. Make we just copy this provider down here. Come here, paste am. Of course, go up, go import that provider so that all these red barrows dem wey dey show here go go away. So we'll come up, paste am, then those red barrows don go away. So of course, I no dey like all these plenty green wey dey show. Although those green sha na clue of how to go about using this. But of course, I know how to use them, so I no need them. And I will show now how to use them. It is super simple. So now we don do this thing. Few things wey I quickly wan correct. The very first one na say I need name here mapped to email, right? And of course, I go need for password as well. So this one will be password. I no really need this placeholder. So if I get placeholder here, I go remove am. Okay, so this one dey okay. Then while here, I'll change am to email. So these two things that we need. The next thing we go need na say okay, I no need it first. Na say okay, we need our endpoint. So make I come here, just say const URL which go be a string go dey equals to http localhost and I'll say 3000 slash API slash sign in. Now sign in we want to. So we'll remove here, just put URL. Makes sense like this. Now, the next thing we'll need to do, I say okay, make we comot this thing here. Save am. Again, make we just do some few things. First of all, I no want make we dey enter the default page for sign in here. So I want make this guy know where I want am to enter. So I go say pages, then inside that pages, I go do sign in. So sign in page go be slash sign in. So I need them to enter this my sign in page, right? The sign in page here. So let's will just do here. Okay, so here the shout. Make we just fix them up. So that will stay fixed. The next thing what I go do now, say make I come here call this is a type of next auth option. Okay, save and going through everything is fine. So we need the name, the plan, right? So certain things we want collect from here. So I will just do spread user, comma. I need name. So this one will be, so if it be staff name or okay, no, sorry. Yeah, so just their company name, right? Or whatever name we need there, any name, their name sha. Right, so we need here. So I will say user dot data dot name. So whatever his name is, I go dey there. I need the ID. I want making ID they preserve as well. So I will say user dot data dot underscore ID. Maybe I'll need an email. I don't know, sha, but make we just do user dot um, data dot email. And of course, I'll need the plan with this guy dey in for. So make we just say plan. That will be user dot data dot plan. So makes sense, right? So these four things now we need from am. So we'll come here come do some things. If I just move on, I feel confused now. So but we'll just continue. We'll come here come do some things. So another thing I say, when you sign in, right, where I want them to carry you go to. I need them to carry you go like your page to start uploading and the rest, right? And there I need you to carry and go. So wetin I go do na say okay, I go say I go create a callbacks. So inside this callback, I go call I think redirect async. Redirect async. So return. So where I need am to carry me go, then go come here. So but then this guy make I see why. So make I enter the callback and scroll down. Scroll down. Oh yeah. Okay, my bad. So yeah, so this is it. Okay, so make we come to our sign in page. Then wetin we wan do na to implement. But before we do that, because we no get access to the sign in. So you see this our stuff here. Wetin we go try do here na say okay, if you dey signed in, make here dey show log out, make e no dey show sign in right now. One thing we go try implement here. So the way we go do that quickly na say okay, we go come inside these our components. Then I go just create a folder called say provider, right? Or make I call am section, no, I call am provider dot txs, right? RASCE. Okay, so inside here I go say this thing will be section provider. Now remember, say this thing will be client component. If you forget error, you go see that will be client component. Again, I go say interface I section. So make I call children. and this will be React node. Makes sense. Then inside there, I go say this one FC and I section. Then pass the children inside. Then inside there, we go just pass the children. So by doing this, we don't make this component like a parent component, right? So this provider now, make I go back to our layout here and just pass everything inside. Put them at the root level. Save. If I save, nothing supposed to our code. Our code should still be fine. Now we'll start from the header. So because I wan use the logout button, I must make sure say this header na client component, right? Then I go say const maybe section dey equals to use section. Then make we console log section. So this section suppose be null, right? Make I call this console. Then suppose be null. Then wetin we go come do na say okay, if na null e be, all these things, okay, so because I dey here, but all this console log we put here, we no suppose to put am again. So make I clean all here. So make I just do reading section. Okay, so reading section. So reading section, we dey see the data dey null, right? So you no get any data. So make I say so make I just remove this. So this side here, this side na im load our stuff, right? So wetin I go just do na say okay, I will just cut here off, then do this. Then we go say if section dot data, if we're getting something, then let it load here. Else make it load or I just copy this button. So this one will be logout. Okay, my logic not to make sense like this, but one could fix am. So wetin we dey talk here na say if na null, right? So I go just reverse this thing ahead, and now it will make sense, right? So if we no dey get any data, make it show this. But if we dey get data, make it show this. Now here now we can say on click, right? Then now here I will call that sign out. Oh, and that's it, right? This will enable us to sign out. Makes sense. So this same thing we will do now, we could go repeat that for the sign in side. So we can close here, then come here, sign in, it here. So make sure say this side now use client components. So once I don't do that, the next thing I go do now to say const sign in action, right? So make sure first say this thing now async, right? Now inside here we will say form data map to form data. So let's say get email, that will be equals to form data dot get email. So we'll say password. Okay, makes sense like that, right? Now this thing we go pass some inside there. So make us say action. Then make sure say this button get a type of submit. So save that. Make I hit here. So here go take us to sign in. So we will do the sign inside. Now inside, yeah, so this shouldn't be proceed to sign in. So proceed to let's say proceed to dashboard. Right, so proceed to dashboard. Right. Okay, so inside here at the sign in function, now we'll put inside here. So I'll come here, sorry, no need. Since we don't put this here, so inside here now, I go say sign in, or make sure say we import them. Then you take two arguments. The first argument is the provider, which is credential for us. Then the thing we need email and password. Okay, good. So these are it. And once we do this, we're good, right? So make I come back here. Remember, say we use this, right? So if I, okay, so the next thing I go quickly want to know, so okay, the moment, okay, we'd already put them, which is if we sign in, make it where we want, make it take us to. So if I put here, so that place now for the option, where is the option again? This option, right? So say okay, once we sign in, we make it redirect us to. So we'll put that for slash, but not be slash, of course, we will want that to be. So I did see this error. Make we try figure out why would they get this error. The first, let's say, make a look inside my env. So we get a secret would already pass here. So this thing suppose prevent them because this option need secret. So make us see provider. My provider is good. Okay, so everything seems good here. Now make I just remove all here first, hit here, we'll see whether we get anything. Okay, so we didn't get anything, obviously, right? And so make I hit them again to understand why. If I hit there, make sure say here they work. So here works fine, and hit here. Oh, it still crash. So property undefined reading name. Okay. So the problem now say inside this our provider here. So you need to see these two things will pass. So make we look and when. Yeah. So name will be email. Then here name will be password. Yeah. So that should fix the problem. So we'll get this sign in. Load. So we'll paste here. Make we hit here. Awesome, right? So the carriers come here, boom. Here's what's happen here. So because with this signed in, right? It's all going to see and log out. Good. Now I want to make him tell us who we be. So make I come back to, let's say, that header side. Make I find that header. Yeah. So make we console log. Make I console log section. So if I console log section, we will see this data. So inside the data, we see email and name. But remember, so we pass ID and plan, right? That one we need is here. So make we fix that up. So inside the option here, right? So wetin we go quickly do now. So okay, I go say async, right, and do this. So I need the user and the token, right? So make I just make am any, right? The user and the token. Of course, if everything go well, sorry. So first of all, JWT. So we get the JWT token. So if everything go well, make it return that token, right? If everything go well. So what we go first of all do, we'll say if user, right? Then I go say token dot role, or in our case now plan, so they equals to user dot plan. So now the only thing we need to do here is that. Next thing what I go do now, just to duplicate here, call section here. Then rather than this user, I go use section. So here go be section. So here now will be token. Of course, we need to return that section. So here I will just say section dot user. So it makes sense, right? Now everything we need to do be this. But make we test them out. So make I first of all log out. Right, so we log out, make I come to login. So inside here, change and hit here. Okay, so we get the user. Awesome. So you see we dey see plan, but we need to see the ID. Okay, so it will go just do now, just to duplicate this. Pass ID here. ID. Make I as well duplicate this so that I will pass ID. So once we save that, everything should be fine. Let's see ID. So log out, come to login, paste, login, boom. See our data, open, Hula. This is our ID. Now our ID be this, our name be this, our plan, our company name be this, then our plan be this. Brilliant, right? So that's so this thing be super simple, right? So the next thing we'll go to now say we go come design everything well. So I need to prepare. In fact, I feel say make I even do one here sef. Where go be the, like now here na landing page, right? So make I come here. So here na landing page and our main page, right? So if I come inside this our main, so inside this our main what's it called now? So app here. So make I say, make I call dashboard, right? So inside this our dashboard, I'll do page. That's CSRASC. So I'll just say this is the main dashboard page. Okay, so now here go be where if you sign in, where it will take you to. So inside the option again, which is here, so we go say slash dashboard, save that, right? so slash dashboard. So once you sign in, now there go take you to. So make we log out and move test now. Okay, so log out. So now make I sign in. Hit here, click here, proceed to dashboard, right? So boom, this is the dashboard. So that's where it will take you to. Makes sense. Now, if this now another browser with this, make I call this browser, and I copy here and I paste here, hit here, you'll see this error. This guy no be signed user, but he get access to this dashboard. Of course, if you look and say no problem now, where problem go then I say inside this our dashboard here. So make sure say this thing na server component, right? So I fit come here and say const I say section dey equals to I'll wait get server section, get that from options. Okay, so now if I say I can say console log section. If I do Control Shift I and I come to the console, I go see, okay, sorry, it's a server component, right? So now you're supposed to see anything I want to look. So I see no for here. If I come here, right, I can remove here. So here go show me data. This data makes sense, Abby? Good. So most say this name I won't put, I'll say something like welcome back, the name, right? So make I say, so make I just cut here, do div paste, call another div, right? Div, and I would say welcome back section dot user dot name. Okay, so now I just say any, so save this, right? So for here, right, I'll say welcome back game changer, but for here I'll say welcome back nothing, right? And that's where problem starts to emerge, right? So we need to find a way to protect this page, right? So if you never sign in, you no go fit enter here. So NextAuth get a very simple way we fit use do that. And when I say simple, I mean very, very simple. So wetin we go do now, say inside here our root file, we'll come here, create a middleware.txt. So I will just say export default from NextAuth slash middleware. Then console export const config equals to matcher. Put where I no want me to enter. So for me now, I no want me to enter dashboard except you're signed in. So if I save here now, right, this guy no suppose enter here. So make I refresh here, remove here. So wetin go happen na say e suppose redirect this guy to sign in, right? So that he go sign in. If he no get an account, sign in, right? Then if you can click here, we will come give him list of options, right? For him to, so if it starts with free account, right? Regardless. So now so be the thing. So the next thing we'll go do now na to start to beautify this app dashboard. So till we meet again, see you for the next class. I hope say this thing dey clear. If you get any problem, abeg no hesitate, let me know. Till then, right, we go meet again. Yeah.